Welcome back to Ferocious Education. This is Nat. Today I'm going to be talking about TSNP, Zero Enterprise Corporations. I'm going to go through technical analysis initially just to give you a bit of perspective into trader psychologies, and then I'm going to dive deeply into the DD part, going on through everything I could find in that sense and try to help you out get a bit more of an educated decision on how you're going to trade this one. Make sure to drop a like this video to help the channel grow, subscribe, and leave notifications on. Let's jump right into it. So on 1 week perspective, we get to see it's basically bullish all around. Willing percent R is a bit overbought. ADX though is a little bit close towards very strong trend above 50. That's where you might consider selling because that's where the trend becomes unsustainable. And momentum looks really bullish here. The entire candles and all the moving averages look bullish. So we need to look into a 1 day perspective here. On a 1 week perspective, it looks really bullish. On a 1 day perspective, the ADX here is 86.81, so in no way is this sustainable, but it has been around the 80s for quite a while, and then from there on, the jump from 0.006 to 0.52 or 0.052. So a massive jump. So I'll ignore the ADX right now. It's just a warning. 20% R is around neutral. Momentum is strong. MACD is a little bit choppy, but it's still strong. The moving averages is bullish. Now, trading action zone where positive reversals are likely. It's between 0.022 cents and 0.012 cents. So technically it has all the way down there before it can basically consider to be done. Of course, we're going to be looking into Fibonacci retracement supports and resistances to identify this. Now on a 2-hour perspective, what we get to see is very much the same thing. It's very strong trend. It almost mimics the 1 week perspective, and it looks even better than the 1 day perspective. Now when we're looking into moving averages, 0.013 on the top, 0.012 in the middle, and 0.001 in the bottom. But you get to see the chart looks a little bit ugly when we're looking into the moving average band, and it doesn't give any significance. Stochastic fast and stochastic slow shows in that there is another leg for this one, nothing more, nothing less. Now the moving averages did look somewhat off, distorted, but something to help us here understand a bit more of the price action is the Fibonacci retracement. Fibonacci retracement support is sitting at 0.03 cents, followed by 0.033 cents, followed by 0.026 cents, 0.02, and then at the bottom at 0.013. Current resistances sits at 0.041, followed by 0.052. Now let's jump right into basically trying to know more about the company. Now, initially, I was a little bit confused because when I looked up at this company and I went to their website, it really shows in a little bit of an outdated website that is no longer active. Now, the only concern I have with this one, I understand everything is moved, is it would be very nice if they mentioned, currently, an update, go to Hubble's. Because when I looked up Humble, I couldn't find Humble Hub, and Humble was actually a plant-based burger franchise. And so that was a bit difficult. But anyway, I made my way through. So this is their website, Humble's. And what's happening here is more of a reverse merger or a SPAC, basically, almost. Even though they did have companies such as this one here, the Tile Club, and the Fashion Floor Covering. Previously, that was what the ticker was for. Now it is for Humble Pay. So Humble Mobile Wallet. I'm going to go through the website here a little bit quickly. In a consumer perspective, it basically works like, let's say, an Apple Pay or Google Pay, for instance. You get to manage your accounts, you link your cards and your accounts in there. You can store your money on it as well with either something like Coinbase's. Next is basically you get to either send money as well, so that's something right over here. You can do text ordering as well, so that's something. Contactless payments, and you can also rate and review from who you're paying. You can send money to friends and whatnot. Over 55 countries. You can request money, very much like PayPal, and you can exchange your money, and including as well bill payment. Now, the thing that I like about exchanging money, and I'll go in a bit, is their exchange rate. But taking a quick look into Humble's Hub, as a merchant software, you get contactless payment, very much like Square. It's giving me Square vibes. I mean, they've been using what looks like an iPad in that sense. Text ordering, which is a seamless pay and pickup programs. Customer relation management, where you can get to see your reviews and whatnot. Very similar to more of Google. Now, Humble's Hub as an agent software, you can have money services, so you can drive even traffic and whatnot, looking into clicks, emails, or basically statistics, etc. Next is your remittance services, which basically you help customers send, receive, or exchange money in that sense. Bill payments, which you get to pay your bills as a merchant, and you can even have loan services. Now, Humble is a global payment network for emerging markets, and one of the things that I really like is their exchange rate. So their exchange rate is around 1%. Banks charge from 4 to 6%. That's a massive chunk. I would know that since I'm closing in on the house and I have to move US to Canadian dollars money. And the chunk on there, usually we'd have to do is buy something like a stock that is both on the American and Canadian stock market and journal them. And that takes days, but on 1%, I'll definitely be a customer for them. And so that's something for me. And if it works for me, imagine about all the people that are looking to exchange rates. Currently, Austria, BRLN, BRL, CNY, Euro, MXN, and USD. Probably they will expand even further, so if they have Canadian, count me in. I'll definitely be a customer for them. And that shows something. I'm surprised this one even is trading as an OTC. It has massive potential, but let's go on. They have resources, and it's kind of really nice here going on basically global payments, stablecoin related activities. I'm not going to go through that one here. Multimedia, I like this part of the site, and I really do recommend if you're investing in it. You get to see product tours, and you get to see Humble Mobile Wallet and how it works, for instance, and basically all the features and whatnot. And then we move forward towards the merchant software. You get to see basically how it all works and whatnot. There you go. And agent software, which is the one more for loan services, banks a little. That's kind of the feel that you get out. Next is the press releases. One thing I noticed right off the bat is their expansion in 2020 is massive. They're partnering with Digital India Payments to enter the Indian market. They're partnering with One Kiosk to team up in Africa home delivery. They were named Forbes 2020 Rising Startup to watch. Humble's to merge, so that was the TSNP I was talking about. Next thing is they retired over 551 million common shares. Well, actually, let me go on one by one through the PRs because I have them up here. So yeah, merging with Humble LLC, and they basically Humble now becomes under the ticker of TSNP, and so that is something to consider. That's basically what happened in terms of the reverse merger. And then you have retiring over 551 million common shares. That is equivalent to $10 million, and that's going to bring the float down, or sorry, the outstanding shares to around 4 billion, or just above just below 4 billion. Next thing what we're looking at is their CEO is to lock over 10 million worth of stock purchased directly out of the market. All right. And then the next thing here is up. I'm going to go one forward and I'm going to go one backwards as well. All right. So they're working with Humble, and you have Bex's as a joint venture, and this is to expand the digital customer and merchant services division between the US and Latin America, reducing payment costs and processing fees for customers across the gateway. And so Bex's headquarters is in Brazil, and is specialized in integrating local payments, processing, and forex exchange transactions for global businesses, and processing an estimated $7.6 billion a year. This is their website. You can go on and check it out. It looks like very much of a forex exchange and forex services, as well as digital payment solutions. It really works mainly in Latin America. Now, the next thing, which is one of the reasons why this one is rallying really hard as well, is their partnership with Cyberbeat to expand into Asia Pacific and the Pan-India vertical markets. And what we're talking about here is the Singapore-based Cyberbeat, which is right on this one here. They're partnering in together to test their, platform, and to replace basically mobile payments, card payments with mobile payments. And the reason why this one is insane is because I've read a lot of reports that show you basically the difference between the payments payments charged for normal card merchants and using their service. Their service would be a fraction of what the banks would actually charge. And so, just a quick read. The cash investment is consummate with a new partnership which Cyberbeat gains in non-exclusive rights to sell, distribute, and deploy Humble and Humble Hub's technology into key verticals in the Asia Pacific in calendar year 2021 and beyond. Cyberbeat's digital payment platform is uniquely positioned to address the vast Asian Pacific-based clientele that fits with the key verticals of Humble, including banks, financial services, telecom companies, and national payment institutions. So that is a really bullish news, and that's one of the biggest reasons why it's jumping that far. Now it comes towards making a quick decision based on the chart itself and to kind of try to address what's the next move for this one. From what I see, I'm surprised this is not really more of a stock that trades around 5 cents, for instance, or even half a cent. This is an OTC, and this is kind of astonishing, but from my perspective, this one here is a solid investment, and I rarely ever say that on an OTC. You'll find me almost never saying OTC. Usually with OTC, my long story short is don't touch it because they keep on diluting, and if you're gonna touch it, don't invest. This one here is a little bit of an odd situation where I'm like, yes, I see an investment opportunity. I'm scared to. I don't play OTC because I don't like a little bit of the manipulation, perhaps instance, or just the fact that it's an OTC. But if you are comfortable playing OTC, this one here, I definitely see a good future for it in the next 10 years or so. What do you think about this ticker? Make sure to mention down in the comments below. Share, subscribe, and like. You have a wonderful day.